In my pocket, sir.
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
And that's what you missed on Glee.
And that's what you missed on the Troublemakers. Hello, children. Children of the
Hello.
corn. Parentheses affectionate.
Yes, very affectionate. You little rascals.
Very affectionate. Welcome to another Wednesday, another Trouble Wednesday. We might be joined by Grape at some point, question mark. We might not. We'll definitely not be joined by a Wallace.
No, we won't. Sorry.
So you just have to struggle with, me and Katie today.
Yeah, your two faves.
The two faves. What is up, fave number one?
Not a whole lot. I've been waking up very early despite going to bed late. So I fear later today we will have a crash out nap like I did yesterday. But until then, I got my coffee. I got a dog. I got my perfume running out. Y'all, what's going to run out first? My perfume that I wear when I draft or my draft being done? That's what we're monitoring at the moment.
Or your sanity.
We lost that all the way back in March. she stopped the finish. She stopped well before the finish line.
So I take it you are writing on something today then?
I am. I'm writing on book 2. I have 8 chapters left. This next chapter though is split into 2 scenes. So we'll see. I hope neither of them are going to be particularly long. Yesterday's chapter was over 3,000 words. So let's hope it's not maybe that, but yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today. What are you going to be doing today, Steve? You finished your cowboy book.
I finished my cowboy book. Extra, this just in. I am left to my own devices, really. I could do anything. Sky's the limit. I'm no longer shackled by my draft.
You are not.
For the first time probably for the first time since we met, I'm no longer shackled by a draft.
So true. Oh my God, you're so right.
And it's been like, 4.5. Yeah, Project Atlas, and then into Project Sunflower, and then the cowboy book, which is now done. So third time's a charm. So for the first time since October 2020 when we met, I'm no longer, shackled by a draft. I have a free will, finally.
I'm free. You've reached the top. You've pushed the boulder up to the top. Sisyphus ain't got nothing on you.
Until I start the next book, in which case the boulder's going to roll right back down again. But that's a problem for future Steak. I'm finding myself itching and kind of clawing inside my skin to start revision and editing and analyze the novel. But I know the same thing is to wait at least a month, but yeah, I want to do it now. I want to do it now. Please, mother, can I do it now?
No, you cannot.
Yeah, so I think it's on the back burner. I might do all the analytic part, like pick it apart and see what works and what doesn't work before we travel to Edinburgh. And then start maybe drafting after Edinburgh. But all of this to say, I am working on my fanfiction today, I think.
Yay! Do you want to tell the people what it's about, what the vibes are, what's going on? Because I know everything, but I want everyone else to know.
I'm making an Agatha all along fanfiction. So like the second season, so to speak, because it has been confirmed that there will not be a second season of Agatha all along. So I'm like eyes be damned. I'll finish it myself. So that's what I'm doing. I'm writing a full season. It's going to be 9 episodes. I'm going to put it up on AO3 at some point. But for now, I'm just enjoying writing it. It's going to be in script format, so it's very different from the cowboy book. Fanfiction is, it's a lot easier to write because I don't have to think about the world building or the characters because they already exist. Well, I have to think about it, but,
You already have the framework of season 1.
So, yeah, so much is already provided. And,
yeah,
if I write in the fanfiction, someone is wearing very characteristic clothes for this character. Like, for example, like Wanda Maximoff is wearing a Wanda outfit. You know what that means. I don't have to describe it.
Exactly.
And it's a script format. I know, Lynn. Jeff Schaefer, which is the show creator, has said that she doesn't do second seasons. And that, these characters are kind of finished, and that I think the last installment in this, because they call it a trilogy, is going to be a vision-focused show called Vision Quest. Is that the working title, I think?
I just don't know how. I am so confused as to how they're doing that. Like, you've watched WandaVision. You know what? Anyway, not for me to decide.
Not for you to decide, and also not for me to decide. But yeah, I'm writing a continuation of the Agatha All-Along fanfiction, following the events of the show. I don't want to spoil it in case someone hasn't watched it, but I'm basically writing the fallout in a script format. So,
which is,
yeah,
I just want to point out, you sent
copy.
me. I'm not going to show them the cover unless you want me to. But at the top,
you can show it.
It's so good. Look at this.
I made a little poster for the fan fiction.
I'm obsessed with it. And I'm especially obsessed with, from someone who absolutely didn't work on WandaVision or Agatha all along, which really, it's so funny because you didn't. But there's something about that that's like, but did you?
I didn't. But yeah, I'm definitely having a lot of fun with this fan fiction. I've never written a script before, so it's going to be a lot of fun writing a script. It's very contained because it's 9 episodes or 9 chapters, and I'm just having fun, like picking and choosing what I want from the Marvel universe, and then throwing away what I don't want, which is a lot. I've gone on record to say that I'm not a #1 stan. That being said, I saw Thunderbolts and I did love that. So who knows? Maybe I'm a stan. Maybe I'm just a man after all.
Maybe you are.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write on my fanfic. I'm already 2 episodes in. Kind of, building the bridges as I go along, and then I'll go back and do like a big edit before I post it to AO3, I think. And then Becca has kindly agreed to beta read. Or alpha read, I guess. And she's a #1 Nikki stan as well now
she
when
is.
it comes to Marvel.
And scripts.
Let's say, yeah, and scripts. So 2 for 2, which is perfect. Let us see who's here. Keiko is here. Jessica is here. Her baby features on thumbnail. If you didn't see it,
thumbnail sent me to the fucking moon this morning.
Mars is here. Hello. Sayla is here. Gotta walk the dog. If we're doing cards, I would like to be a mouthpiece. Yes. The first Wednesday of every month is a tarot stream, so I'll be pulling some tarot cards for whoever wants that. Just leave a comment and I'll star it and we'll get to you in bulks. Esty is here. Hello. Fidina is here. Hi, babies. Babies in the chat and in thumbnails. Guess who's prepping her agent list for query today? Me. This good little baby. Oh my God, Fidina. Well done.
Oh my God. Yay, Fidina. Good job. Congratulations.
Ash is here. Wendy is here. Flora is here. Mars says, my stomach.
Oh my God,
hurts,
wait.
but I'm
so sorry. So sorry. I have to interrupt this put up Wendy's comment again.
Oh, just everything went blank. What's happening? What's happening?
What do you mean?
Oh, where's Wendy? There she is.
Wendy on Monday finished her novel at 209,000 words. Finally,
209.
209,000
Wendy,
words.
babes.
But Wendy, I hope this fucking hits like crack, because I know it's gonna hit like crack for me, and I'm not even the one who finished the fucking book.
Your Jod approves.
I'm just so fucking proud of Wendy. So proud.
Oh, well done. 200. That is insane, Wendy. That's crazy with a KW.
Yeah. I love her. I'm so glad.
Mars says, my stomach hurts, but I'm so brave about it. You're very brave. You're a brave woman.
Mars.
Miley is here. Hello. Applause for finishing your book, Steve. Thank you so much. Sisyphus ain't got nothing on you is iconic. It truly is.
Thank
Do
you.
I feel like Sisyphus? Some days. And some days
Some
not.
days.
Yes, I'm free. I'm a free baby. Minook is here. Hello, hello. Malika is here. Wendy says, I'm so freaking happy for you, Steve. Thank you so much. Neon Moon is here. What? Why not Marvel? Yeah, as I said, Jeff Schaefer doesn't do second seasons, so we're gonna have to go to fanfic. And Patti LuPone has even said that there's not going to be a second season, and I'm inclined to believe anyone is Patti LuPone. Though
So true.
she would lie, though she would deceive.
All for the greater good.
all for entertainment, I think.
Yeah. All for the
Yes,
spin.
down the road, down the witch's road. It is a lot of fun. I'm having so much fun just basically picking and choosing and doing my own little spread of Marvel. It's been very fun. There's the copy, the White Vision. Yeah, isn't the Memory Stone somehow preserved? Question mark. I forget. I remember some laboratory or whatever in WandaVision.
Yeah.
Question mark. Spoiler alert, I guess. Oh my God, we're Marvel fanfic writing buddies, Steve. Oh, what are you writing, Lynn? Call in. Just marking some cards. Keiko did a thing and bought 2 more books. And since we're talking about fanfic, I'm writing today on a fanfic. What's the genre? Call in Keiko.
Is it your Dragon Age fanfic?
That's amazing. Oh, right, yeah. Some commotion for Wendy, as there should be. Future me can fix it. Yeah. How many scenes do you have, Wendy? I'm just curious. Thank you, Malika. Thank you. And Nina Natasha is here. And Kat, my beloved. Hello. Oh, don't scare her. Stay quiet. No sudden movements.
Hi, Kat. Or else we'll scare her back into the bushes.
Yeah. Congrats on all the finished novels. I would like a card, please. Yarp, the Dragon Age fanfic. All right. That's 5 comments. If I don't pull up your card, just let me know and I'll add you to the list again because it can be fickle sometimes. But I think I got them all. Yes. Okay, should we do a little warm-up sprint and then some cards, or should we dive straight into cards, or what's the vibe, Katie? What do you want to do?
Oh, I would love to say dive right into cards, but I need to write my book, sadly. But so we should probably do a little sprint. I get to write I'm so happy. I'm so happy. At least, you know what? Yesterday, because let me tell you this. Long story long, as I like to say. The other day finished a chapter and did not start the new chapter. Forgot that I didn't start the new chapter. So I opened up my book yesterday and was like, wow, I'm staring at a fucking blank page. This is awesome. So last night when I finished my chapter, I was like, no, you're going to write 2 sentences in your new fucking chapter so that tomorrow you don't have the same excuse of staring at your fucking blank page. So now that I did that to myself, I got to look at it. I got to write it.
Yay.
I get to write it and I don't have a blank page.
Cody asks, how does one find the energy of starting revisions after coming off a book release? It's been a week and I cannot get my brain in gear. I couldn't tell you, Cody. Never been there. But I love this journey for you, though. Kitty, do you want to call in?
This is going to sound so hypocritical of me. So forgive me for giving this advice. But maybe your brain still needs another week of rest. Crazy work from me. I know. I have not released
the kettle, if anything.
I have not released a book yet, but I do have one coming out in June. I have no idea what it went, or else I'd hold it up. But so I don't know how my brain will personally react to coming out, but I do have 2 weeks planned off after my book release. I know, Cody, in this economy, I know. What is this? I guess, I don't know, like, is it just that you're, I guess my other question would be like, is it just that you're like still tired and you can't like get your brain to like focus on the work? Or is it that when you look at the new work that you're revising, you're just like, God, this is such a slog. Like, I just don't really want to do it right now. Because like, maybe if it's the latter, the idea can be like, give yourself 2 days to work on something new, something else creative, to try to get yourself back into the rhythm of creating. Sorry for my dog being the most annoying thing.
Very rambunctious.
So rambunctious. I'm trying to give advice. But yeah, I think that would maybe be my suggestion. Like, take a couple days to work on something just so fun, so kooky, so out of there, and maybe see if that gets your brain into gear. Yeah, that's what I got. But again, I haven't released my book yet. Ask me. Oh Jesus Christ! In 33 days, 34 days.
Maybe just start small, Cody. If you don't want to work on something crazy creative, or you just want to get into the revision thing. Is this like the first revision you're doing? Could you just make a scene list and that's your task for the day? Just write the scene number and word count and just a little short sentence, about what the scene is. And that way you have like a small picture view of your novel from like beginning to end. And also just, remember to write what's in the scene and not what you want to be in the scene, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's the tricks I learned from reading the craft book that I had a talk on yesterday. Recommended, Cody, if you're looking for editing thoughts.
There it is.
This one, there she is. This one is good for editing if you like, where do I begin? This one tells you. Though it's 300 and something pages and she thick, but I thought the ending was worth it. Let's see. Lynn started on an Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. fanfic for Fanfic Feb over a year ago, and I'm still going at AO3. I'm using Sword in my fanfic.
Yep. Swad.
So smart, kitty. Oh my God,
Oh,
Cody. Yeah. Let's see. There was some Sims talk. I'm just going to skip that. Sorry. I already have taken notes on it. I just have PTSD from last draft 2 taking 6 months. Second drafts are the worst. Maybe I shouldn't get into my second draft too soon. Jump scare. As someone who's currently working on second draft, I get second drafts are the worst. Oh no, I was looking so much forward to it. If you're into craft books, that one was, that got me really excited for editing. So it might get you excited for editing, or it might not. It might be overwhelming. There's a lot of words, a lot of definitions, and a lot of like pretext before you get to the actual editing bits. But yeah, you can probably just skip all of that and go straight to the like editor step 1, 2, 3, 4 that he does at the back end of the book. Mm-hmm. Though in this case, I just didn't write the second half of the first draft bullet points, so that's on me.
Oh gosh, Mars, that's funny.
Controversial. I love second drafts. Ooh, I hope I'm mildly coded. That's all I want. Yeah. First drafts are literally the worst. Don't listen to them. Thank you. I'll listen to you, Eva. Second drafts are only the second worst. That is why I don't have finished first drafts. Without a first draft, I don't have to do a second draft. Sure, Nina. That's why.
Sure, Nina. Girl math.
Sure, Jan. Oh, more Sims thing. I don't think second drafts are the worst. Fourth drafts, on the other hand. Well, I'm going to just dive into a sprint. Do you want to pull sprints today? Because my computer and my internet is,
Yes.
Oh no! Don't leave.
Oh no.
Okay, it didn't leave.
We're good.
I accidentally clicked on a link on my bar. I love first draft and I love copy edits. Everything in between is my Sisyphus. I hated first drafting, though I did enjoy the process, but overall I found it very excruciating. But like in a good way, like in a kink way.
I think it depends. I tend to not like second drafts because they're the drafts that I am trying to edit myself. I think that's changed now that I have literally an editor, and also, I'm just a lot less precious about people seeing my kind of, not amazing work. So for me, it's usually like, I'm okay with the second draft because it's not just me. Like, I like when I get feedback from things. So I didn't like the drafts where I didn't get feedback yet. And I'm like working on it myself to try to make it like good enough to consume.
Ooh, I do also love feedback and external validation.
Like, so it depends on what kind of second draft it is. Like, if I don't have the feedback and I'm just slogging through myself, I'm like, get me out of here. Why am I here?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to do at least one revision before I send it off to anyone being you, Grape, and Wallace. So we'll see. Your not amazing work is still so far above average, so that tracks, Katie.
Thank you.
I just don't like whatever draft comes before sending it off to other eyes to read.
Yep.
I think every single draft starts with joy and then falls into despair. That's very comforting, Wendy.
The pit of despair. Also, sorry, why am I not getting your book? Hello?
I said you, Wallace and Grape.
Oh, I only heard Wallace and Grape. And I was like, what
Oh, I meant to say you. I could have not said you, but
Anyway,
I want
as long
you
as
to
I'm
read
getting
it
it.
too.
I do.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are we excluding me live on stream?
Yeah,
Oh.
just letting my communal brain cells read it before I give it off to external brain cells.
Yeah, which is, I'm so excited. All right, should we do a sprint?
We shall. Shall we do a classic 25 to begin with? Ooh, beautiful timer.
Oh my god, my fucking headphones. Did you say do it classic 25 is okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to order those on the first sprint. Okay, we're fine. Cool. I'm an adult. Hello. You are muted. I cannot hear you.
I know, babes. How did you do for sprint?
I did okay. I ordered some new headphones because I looked and these are 3 years old. So I use them every day. So yeah, they keep disconnecting from the Bluetooth and I can't hear sometimes, so it's annoying. And then I texted my brother about Mother's Day and then looked at my draft. And how many words did I write? Not very many. I'll tell you that much for free. 20. Read 20 words. I wrote 20 words. So it's a slow start, but it's okay.
Do you want to share a line?
Sure. The Italian Open is not a breeze. 3 of the early days are struck with so much rain that Octavia spends most of those days inside, but she finds she doesn't mind too much, spending time talking strategy with Ariel, poring over his binder of notes. Yeah.
It's beautiful, stunning, show-stopping.
Beginning of the chapter. It's beginning of the chapter.
Time is passing. I love that. And I wrote some in my fan fiction.
Do you want to share a line? Which would be a little difficult with the script aspect. But I'm still curious.
From a line. Okay. I'll share the opening line, maybe.
Sure. Let's do it.
Have you read this? Have I sent this to you?
No, I have not read any of this.
Okay. Remember, I'm writing a script, so it's going to be very spec script heavy. Also, spoilers for Agatha all along. Minor spoilers. So if you're not comfortable with that, just mute for the next 30 seconds while I read the intro.
I'll do this when you're done, if you mute.
Yeah, there's no like egregious spoilers, but you do get a little sense of, what could have happened. Anyway, establishing shot of a suburban home. It starts in the entryway and moves through the space, showing fragments of a boy's life. A pair of children's roller skaters hanging in the hallway closet. A program of Wicked on Broadway thumbtacked to a bedroom wall. A gold-framed picture on the living room bookshelf of a boy celebrating his bar mitzvah. And a child's drawing of a house with a rainbow above it, attached to a refrigerator door with a Visit Eastview fridge magnet.
Ooh, I love that. Also, spoilers are over. I like that a lot.
That's the opening. That's the establishing shot of the fanfiction.
I love it.
It's very like wishy-washy in its format ?
Yeah, but it's a new format that you're trying out, and I'm not the person to critique it because I have also never. I've written a play, but I've never written a script.
And like, I'm not going to I'm not going to submit this to any director or any studio or whatever. So
yeah, exactly. Like, this is fan fiction. Like the girlies will eat it up anyway. And they should at least.
I'm eating it up, and I'm running it for Becca basically. So that's all I care about.
And I'm gonna eat it up too. So we're gonna have a great time.
Let's see what the people did. I thought this was funny. Kitty's reaction makes me want to go back and hear it, but I haven't finished the season yet. Finish the season.
Finish the season, Lynn.
That goes for you too, Katie. Finish the season. Clown behavior.
I know. I'm nothing but a jester.
Let's see. We were joined by a Stu. Hello.
Hi, Stu.
We talked some more about drafting before we went into this sprint. I'm not going to pull up those comments. Gays Everywhere is here. Hello. Just got home and I've been on my feet for 11 hours. Ugh, I hate master's degree. Oh, y'all are looking mad hot right now. Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
Babe gender neutral. Minuk says, I edited what I wrote yesterday and added 242 quality words. I'm sure, Minuk. I'm sure.
Crazy, amazing.
Nina says, I do not have the brain to write at the moment, but I will probably continue organizing my bookshelf.
Sure.
Bonjour, Paris. Ça va? Hey, besties. Just got back to England, which means a full month without excuses to not write. So I shall be writing today. Surprise, surprise.
Yay.
Mars says that their sister finished their master's program, and there was a picture in the Discord, so there was photographic evidence. I changed the baby's shirt and failed to keep him from eating charcoal.
Why is there charcoal?
Nanny of the year. Steve, congratulations on finishing your novel. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much, bestie. Books, quite literally how I'll be coming August. Oh, not Summer Honey books. Quite literally how I'll be coming August. Yeah, slay. I updated my vlog and posted on Instagram that sprint. Oh, what fandom? It is from Agatha all along, so Marvel. This sprint, I did nothing because YouTube showed me videos of my current hyperfixation, which is rude. It's Eurovision. Don't know why. I never cared before, but here we are. And Katie, 1 more month until I can read about my girls. I'm so excited. Also, that blue top compliments you so well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's in my color season. I'm a true winter, if anyone cared or wondered.
I wonder what I am. How do you figure that out?
I went down a rabbit hole on YouTube and TikTok. And, you know, basically, I know what my undertone is. I'm very cool toned.
I think I'm very pink toned. I don't know. Maybe I'm cool toned. Who's to say?
It's theoretically, and I know people say all like actual people who do this for a living. Like I haven't had myself color type. By the way, this is just me typing myself. Okay, self-diagnosis of a true winter.
Not peer reviewed.
Not peer reviewed. But I know people like in that like fashion sphere who actually do that for a living, like don't actually like the wrist thing. But what I've always seen is if your wrists, when you hold them up to the light, your veins. If your veins are more blue leaning, you're cool toned. If you're more green leaning, you're warm toned. And if you're somewhere in the middle or like a combination, you're neutral. I'm very blue.
But everyone has blue though. People have green veins on their arms.
Greenish because like your skin, when the light hits it, your skin obviously is you know, obviously everyone's veins are blue, but the way your skin makes them look makes them appear either blue or greenish. Which is why they don't really like it, because it's really hard to tell what they look like. But like, yeah, so it's the way your skin tone literally affects the way the color looks to your eyes. So if you're cool toned, you're either a summer or a winter, and then there's variations in that, depending on what color you look good in. And I have really dark hair and dark eyes and pale skin and like a very fair tone, so I'm a true winter, apparently. You might be a summer.
I think I look best in jewel colors, in jewel tones.
Then you might be a winter too. And there's variations of winter. I forget what they are. There's true winter.
I could probably just Google this on my own free time. You don't have to diagnose me right now.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't know very much about it. Anyway, hi, Devasia. How are you?
Hi, Renee.
How you doing?
Where have we been today?
Okay, well, I will explain myself to you.
How the turntables have turned.
For context, Grace sent us a voice memo and was like, I'm out. And then she's like, oh, it's explain yourself. And me and Steve both went, okay.
I went to make sure my vaccinations were up to date, and I got a COVID booster and an HPV shot.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations on staying safe. I like it. Picasso. Or not Picasso, actually. Very, very anti-surrealism. Very realistic. Whoever painter that is. I don't know.
I don't know.
Very Michelangelo view.
I guess. Very Michelangelo view.
I don't know. His David's pretty realistic.
Do you think he had that tiny penis?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The way those ladies have his body, there's no way he didn't have that tiny penis.
Well, let's not get into it. Kitty's reaction made me want to go back. Yep. Stu got 71 words. Well done. I read an interview format on AO3 and it was so fucking good. Got 250 words brainstorming, outlining hell or high water. We were joined by a wild Miranda. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
Babe gender neutral, said Jareth, the Goblin King from Labyrinth. You remind me of the babe.
What babe?
The babe with the power.
What
You got into the
Sorry,
grill,
I'll
the power of voodoo.
Voodoo.
You do. Okay, you remind me of the
Okay, we're
babe.
done. We're done.
Okay.
We're good.
Yes,
We
we,
did
have
it.
completed the cycle.
We did.
He got into the grill area outside. We're spending the morning in the yard. That sounds lovely. It's a detox.
Not a detox.
Wendy dried their hair. Wendy, do not enable him. For me, it's hard to figure out because rosacea, as ludas kushuhadi, Is that a word?
I think it's a
Asluda
English match.
Shudi. But honestly, I think I'm neutral tone because I can see green and blue veins. I was going to say, what if one wrist looks blue and one looks green?
Ooh.
Mine are def green. I think mine are blue leaning. Devasia. Malika says, I plan book stuff up to the date I'd like to query, and I did very, very chart before horse thinking, oh, I'm reading none of these words, sorry. I planned book stuff up to the date I'd like to query and did a very, very cart before horse thinking over author branding. Oh, yeah, you're doing the cart before the horse, not meme. What's it called? Idiom?
Idiom, yeah. Saying,
gotcha.
phrase, yeah.
Yeah. So, yes, people have green. Are you people, though, Miranda? That's what I know. Or are you lizard folk?
Or are you a tennis ball?
Or are you a tennis ball simply moving through the universe? A wild grape, bright winter and dark winter, I think. I know too much about Kibby and his fuck-ass system, and yet I never wear flattering clothes. That's called a choice.
And it's your choice to make. I respect it.
I fully expected you to say, where have you been, Loca, when grape popped up?
So predictable.
Also, can we acknowledge a fucking slingback in the day? Also, can we acknowledge a fucking slingback in the day would be an equivalent of a gun today?
What the hell is a slingback?
Like the slingback for the Statue of David? Doesn't he have a slingback?
Oh, yes. Yes, he does. I've literally seen him in person, and you can tell what I was not looking at.
Well, you couldn't have been looking at a penis because it's not there. I think Stig is a summer. Thank you. That's all the diagnosis I need. I consider myself a summer now.
It's so funny if you are a summer, because if you're a summer and I'm a winter and Devesha's an autumn and Wallace is a spring, we're all fucking 4 seasons.
Oh my god, we're in complete year.
4 seasons, let's go.
We're the 4 Seasons by Vivaldi and that hotel chain. I decided to read BC. I remember I'm doing Shauna's book with Dream Catcher's Escape-a-thon, only 2 so far from the bingo card. Ooh, well done.
Ooh, good job.
I don't care what season I am. I'll wear green every day and no one can stop me.
There.
David and Goliath, yeah. If you could see the shirt I'm wearing right now, you'd def confirm that I'm a tennis ball. Very fuzzy.
Nailed it.
I think I'm a light summer. I have no idea how to do this. Me neither, Stu. Me neither. Then who's driving the plane? Statue of David.
I thought the same thing.
Oh my god, cute. White Lotus. I would love to be White Lotus coded, except, for the murder. But
these gays, they're trying to murder me.
They're trying to kill me. Yeah. Wait, if you're a spring and you're an autumn and you're a winter, sounds destined to be BFS to me. Yeah. Forged in the fires of color theory, I guess.
Yep.
You were gonna say, never mind.
What? This is the safe space. It's just us and our 28 closest friends.
I thought you were gonna say forged by the fire of colorism, and I was about to say what?
No, color theory, not colorism. I had mine done by an Avon lady like 5,000 years ago, lol, and I'm in winter. Oh my god, Avon ladies are fucking insane. Yeah. Not colorism yet. Not colorism.
I just saw something, not even an article because it didn't click, but a headline on Yahoo homepage that said that the original winner of America's Next Top Model is now selling Avon.
Oh my god, you're fucking kidding me.
Maybe she'll do my color theory.
Oh my god.
I was like,
she was like,
man.
Wait, was it Adriana who was the first winner of America's Next Top Model?
I think so.
I do not care. So let's move on to something I care about, which is pulling cards for people and roasting them live. Should we do Katie's creative book maybe today?
Yeah, let's do it.
If you don't know, Katie has a tarot creativity book. Like every card equals a page in the book, I presume. I don't actually know.
Yes.
The Lima Bean lady?
No, Adrienne Curry is who it is. I was close. Adrian and Carrie.
Yes, Jessica, you can get a card. Do my card for general creativity. Yeah, we're gonna do a creativity poll today. Do you have your book ready, Katja?
Yes, I brought it over just for this.
Just for this. So you don't get to choose what I read you for today. It's gonna be creativity or nothing.
Yep.
Or nothing.
Or nothing.
I hope you're hungry. Or nothing.
Or nothing.
Okay, first up is Sayla. Sayla, if you're here, I give you this little bed. This little
Ooh.
fella. Is that six of sticks?
6 of 6.
Six
Do
of
a
sticks?
6 of sticks. All right. 6 of wands. Create like you've already won. Okay.
Slay, Sayla.
Ooh. So the 6 of wands is, despite its reputation as a harbinger of bad omens, the tarot loves a good win. A number of cards throughout the deck seal in a victory of triumph. The 6 of wands looks like the platonic ideal of winning. It's a literal victory parade. The central figure, our hero, rides across the card in a white horse. It's a fantasy of how any creative hopes to feel when you complete a project or put your work out in the world, like you've won. Every creative impulse is a jackpot. Generally speaking, I, the writer, not me, don't advise judging your creativity on a win or lose rubric. The creative experience exists outside the binary. There are no real winning and losing in creativity. There's only exploring, experiencing, and evolving. Your impulse to create is a miracle. It's magic. It's everything. What if winning at creativity isn't about the points earned, profits made, the best idea, or the best execution? What if winning were about living a joyfully creative life? Coming into creative ventures and projects as if you're already on top, simply because you're enjoying the opportunity to engage with your creativity, will change the way you create forever. If you're willing to see that you're already the victor, you'll waste so much less time doubting yourself, so much less energy watering down your vision or overcompensating because you're afraid of what you offer isn't enough. The 6 of wands says create like a winner, because if you're creating it all, you are one.
Sayla, you're a winner, baby.
You're a winner,
Shantae,
baby.
you stay.
And you're slay.
Okay. Heather wants to know what book you're reading from.
This is Tarot for Creativity, a guide for igniting your creative practice by Chelsea Pippin Mizzy. It looks like this. I bought it in Boulder. I believe Grape said that it's like on Everand or something, or like you can buy it somewhere else. But anyway, yeah. And there's this.
The ebook is on Everand.
Well, and it has these really. Oh, sorry for picking a very dark card there. It has really pretty art that is based off of The Modern Way Tarot by Pamela Coleman Smith. So that's the book I highly recommend. I especially recommend, just let me just sell this book for this woman. I especially recommend,
women supporting women. We love it.
We love it. Is the thing I love about this, and we're not getting into the sticks, that'd be way too much, but it has these spreads that are based around the card. And it tells you how to use the deck or how to use like a spread or something if you have like a specific question, and it has creative prompts that you can do that are in relation to the card itself. Stop it. You're being really annoying today. Okay. I'm going to send you to jail. You're not creating like a winner. So yeah, that's what's really cool about this deck. That's what I really like about it is, sometimes I'll just pick a card and then I'll do the spread from the card. And usually 10 out of 10 times it reads me for filth. So highly recommend.
There you go. Anyway, Sayla, you've been mouthpieced. And next up to be mouthpieced is Mars. And for Mars, I give you
Go down.
more sticks, 10 sticks this time.
Oh, 10 sticks. All right, let's see. 10 of wands. Swords.
Is this one that's like the your journey is almost done? Keep pushing.
We'll see. Yes, it is. Don't lose sight of your vision.
I'm trying to learn.
She's learning. Okay, if you've ever packed 16 outfits for a 30-day trip in a bid to make sure you've got all your favorite options available to you, just in case, then the 10 of Wands 5, it probably feels familiar. This card is about coming on way too hot, on way too much, and cramming your creative suitcase so full of potential it looks that it gets too heavy to carry. Reconnect with your priorities. When this card appears, it would be easy to take it as a rebuke. It feels like the tarot wagging its finger at you, saying, "You've messed up and bit off more than you can chew." But in reality, this card wants to be your ally. Sorry.
I'm an ally.
When you draw it, think of it the tarot's way of asking if you're okay, because the burden you're carrying looks awfully heavy. What the Ten of Wands is really asking you is to recognize when you've taken on too much and question whether you need to be carrying it all right now. This is so, because literally Mars literally just posted an Instagram post about prioritizing certain work in progress. This is really spooky over here. It's a reminder to prioritize. Whatever you see it, take a moment to check in with your big picture creative vision and ask yourself which ideas and opportunities will serve you best in pursuing that vision and which ones you can put more easily aside to see the path ahead more clearly. There you go.
Sounds Mars coded to me. You've been mouthpieced.
Dun dun.
Selah is here. I did pick your card, Selah. You got 6 of sticks, so you can go back and watch what Katie said if you are interested. Mars says, "This journey better be fucking done. I'm tired of carrying these damn sticks, Grandpa."
That's too damn bad.
And took the random color analyze quiz and says, "I'm a deep autumn." Sure, we'll go with that.
Sure.
If I'm not summer now, I'm going to be devastated.
Yeah, we need you to be summer.
Yeah. Ash is up next. Ash would love a card. And I would love to bequeath you one, to bestow you one. Bestow sounds like, I hold some sort of power. I don't. I'm just pulling cards on the internet. I'm just a clown.
Yep.
Ooh, the moon. She cute.
The moon. Moon. Oh, I love the moon. She's one of my favorite cards in the deck.
Oh, I love being the moon.
I love the moon. Okay, where is she? Hello? I thought she was after the sun. Oh, she's before the sun. All right, Ash, embrace your creative phases with the moon. Let's see. It can be wise to liken your creative journey to the lunar cycle. You too are always a whole creative person, whether or not you're actively making something or not. The moon doesn't always appear full to us, and you don't always need to be running yourself dry to create in order to claim the identity of an artist, writer, creative, or whatever you want to call yourself. Recognizing the phases you go through on a regular basis and knowing how much energy you have for the creativity throughout your days, weeks, months, and years can be incredibly empowering. The moon card is about accepting the natural ebb and flow, the tides of your energy and inspiration. If moving through the cycles of energy has worked for the moon for millions of years, then maybe mere mortals like us ought to accept that our attention span, energy, and abilities also wax and wane. When this card appears, it can be an invitation to check in on yourself and identify what phase you're in of your creative journey. Identify what phase of your creative journey you're in right now. How full is your tank? And there's another element to the moon card that is worth mentioning: strangeness, transformation, and mystery. For as long as the moon has moved through its phases in the sky, it has fascinated and inspired onlookers. Many people believe the phases of the moon have profound effect on human behavior. In the creative context, this interpretation could be a prompt to get more weird and wild, to make creative choices that feel crazy or mysterious, to let the light of the moon transform and shapeshift your art.
You've been mouthpieced. Not me getting mad at myself yesterday for being slow at revisions. There you go. You wax and you wane too, just like the moon, Ash.
If it's good enough for the moon, it's good enough for you.
Yeah, who are you to tell the moon that the moon is not good enough?
Yeah,
I'll tell you. And Ash is no one. But yeah, literally been walking into this energy all week, says Selah. I love that for you.
Yes, Selah.
We're going to do Miley and Kat, I think, and then we're going to do a break. For Miley, I give you, the first reversed. How many sticks are this? No, this is 6 swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swords reversed.
6 swords. All right.
Does it have reversed meanings?
Mm-mm.
It doesn't, but if you would like to look up reverse meanings, you certainly can.
I would not like. We're doing creative one today.
We are. Make peace with your past is what 6 of Swords is. Accept your failings, your mistakes, and your regrets. 6 of Swords is about reckoning from where you come from, so you can fully embrace where you're going. Moving forward can often mean abandoning unfinished projects or pursuits you deemed unsuccessful. To move ahead, you have to make peace with what you're leaving behind, even if you'd rather forget it entirely. It calls on you to reflect on where you're at on your creative journey in terms of where you want to go and what's brought you to this point. Sometimes looking back at what you're walking away from can be painful. It takes courage and resilience to see the lessons your past have taught you, to get real about what you're leaving behind, and to examine what expectations you have about where you're going. When you draw this card, feel encouraged to accept your failings, mistakes, and regrets, and make use of what you've learned from them. This is the only way to move forward, so you can find new hope on the shoreline ahead and become a wiser, more creative version of yourself.
I hope this card found you well, Miley.
Hope you're okay, Lee.
But you've been mouthpieced. Okay. Last one before we do a little interview with Grape and move into a sprint. It's going to be Ann Cat. And for Ann Cat, I give you another sword. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. X of swords.
Ooh.
Not you both oohing.
I've gotten this one before. I know what's coming.
It's like, what's hanging over your head? Like, what are you worried
9
about?
swords.
Acknowledge your anxieties, Ann Cat.
Oh no, Ann Cat doesn't have anxiety. They're perfect.
Don't kill your creativity with fear. I've gotten this one many a time. You know that moment when you wake up from a nightmare, your heart's still pounding and your forehead slick with sweat? That unholy in-between feeling of not knowing whether what you experienced was real or a dream. That's the feeling the 9 of Swords asks you to confront. Anxiety is a gnarly beast, and everyone's approach to managing it looks different. If you struggle with chronic stress and worry, if the card feels a little too real for the majority of your daily life, consider this an invitation to seek out the support of a mental health professional or other treatment plans.
Not the universe being like, Ann Cat, therapy, babe.
Therapy, babe. If you
That's the universe. It's Chelsea.
Chelsea just said, go to therapy.
Chelsea's also like, have you tried journaling?
She literally says, while tarot can be a brilliant addition to your mental health toolkit, it's important to ensure that you're taking larger steps towards your own health and your own care and well-being. So literally it's the disclaimer of like, go to therapy if you need it. Don't just rely on tarot. But the rest of it says, okay, some element of fear is inherent in the creative process. It's frightening to put yourself out there. If you sometimes wake up in a cold sweat after dreaming that you proposed an idea at work only to be mocked, that no one showed up to your event, or that you failed your art class, you're in good company. I can confess to experiencing many bouts of acute anxiety about this book. What if you don't like it? What if I don't like it? But if I let myself stay stuck in the 9 of Swords worry cycle, if I let my fear talk me out of writing, we wouldn't be here right now. So instead, as I write this, I have to admit that I'm afraid, but that most of my fears come from my own imagination. I know I can move forward, even with anxiety in my back pocket. Take the appearance of the 9 of Swords as an opportunity to confront whatever stressors are plaguing your creative life. Size them up. Tell them you see them, but refuse to let them ruin you, because the worst nightmare you could ever bring to life is the one where you kill your creativity with fear.
Ann Cat, babe. Good luck. You've been mouthpieced.
Go to therapy. Sell your Louboutins.
Sell your Louboutins, yeah. Hi, Grape.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
What are you working on? How's your chapter going?
I'm working on breakfast.
Creativity. I mean,
I'm working on creativity. This breakfast.
Wow. You're working on avoiding my questions is what you're working at.
You're so correct. Because I don't have an answer for your question. Like, I haven't considered the day. You know, you've been awake for so many hours of the day, you had time to think. You know, I haven't. I woke up, I had to go straight to the doctor. And then I came here. And so like I need to think. Give me some time to think, Stig.
Okay. Miley says, lol, I looked at the reverse meaning and it just read me fulfilled. It said I'm ignoring my financial problems. Are you, Miley? Blink, blink. Well, thank you, Grape, for giving us nothing. But your exquisite personality. I love it. Wouldn't have it any other way. I think we're going to go into a sprint.
Yes. Let me pull up
this is your cue kitty.
Timer. Well, to hopefully inspire Grape to think.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Isn't it beautiful?
Why did she
But
pick
the
purple?
fiber
Oh
shade.
my gosh. Did she read my book?
Oh. Yeah, she's
Wait,
in
I
your
read your
wall.
book. Is there purple in it?
Yeah, purple is the color of Leo's magic.
Oh.
Anyway, happy sprinting, everybody.
Are we
How
doing
long are we
59
sprinting
minutes?
for? How long are we sprinting for? It's the question.
How
I
much
don't
do you
know.
need to eat and think about your creative day, Grape?
I need at least it's gonna take me 10 minutes to eat, 10 minutes to fuck around, 15 minutes to do some work. How much does it equal? 35?
Yes. You know what? Just because I love you, I'm gonna give you 40 minutes.
Oh, okay. There we go.
I didn't ask that of you. Bye, Miranda, Ellie.
We'll do
Bye,
something in the middle.
Miranda.
There we go. 37:51.
Which is
hate
basically
that.
40.
Can you just do 40? I hate that.
No, you get 35, not a minute longer.
Okay. Wow. Being pulled around on a string here. Okay.
Okay,
Good
35
luck.
minutes on the clock, starting now.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Grape. How was your breakfast?
That countdown. That was a little weird.
Because Katie did one finger.
Mm.
Yeah, I know. I think she needs a moment. And I was just like, 2 moments, 3 moments. How did you do for that sprint, Renee?
I ate breakfast. I started my document, jumped around. Opened my document, jumped around, wrote some. Um, let me see how much I wrote. Excuse me, sir. Okay, pages is not being cooperative, but it looks like half a page of like actual in the chapter content, and then another half a page of like random thought that came to my head. And then I thought of a scene for the tennis book, so then I switched over to the tennis book.
I love this journey for you. I hate it for me, though.
Why?
Because I want to read the back half of the pirate book, obviously.
Hey, I was working. I made some progress.
And then you switched project.
No, I didn't switch completely. I just wanted to write down. I didn't even like get to write down the scene yet. I was just, I opened the tennis book so I can write down the scene, and then the timer ended. So the next sprint, I'll go back to the pirate book.
Okay, I believe you.
Can we know what the scene in the tennis book was that you thought up?
And can you share a line from the pirate book?
Hold on. I have to write down this thought before I forget it.
The plight of ADHD-hood. How did you do fast sprint, Katie?
I did well. Let me tell you how many words. Let me tell you how many words I got. I'm up to 720. I fear this chapter is going to be like 4,000 words, but it's okay.
I know it ain't. I know it ain't the stallion.
Unfortunately,
I
I
don't know why that came to my head. Ignore.
I love her. She's so great. I love Kiki Palmer. Yes, basically I realized well, I didn't realize I was writing this and I was like, gonna just write like the beginning, just kind of give context of like time passing, so I don't have to write all of that. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna write her match. But then I was like, no, I think we need a scene where she talks to Ariel about the match, and then we see like the end of the match. And it's just like it's getting I feel the longness coming. So, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It's fine.
I feel it. One of my chapters is like over 6,000 words. So, as Sutton Foster, the one saying, anything goes.
Anything goes. I don't think this is going to be 6,000 words. I hope to fucking God it's not 6,000 words. But I also don't want to add this is so stupid of me, but I'm like, I don't want to add another chapter.
That was exactly me before the midpoint. It was like, okay, the next chapter is the midpoint. I started the penultimate midpoint chapter. And it was like typey. I'm like, ooh, I need something else to happen for the midpoint. But I don't want to start a new chapter because I already mentally made a note, like the next chapter is the midpoint. So I was like, okay, I'll just flip in another scene here. It's fine. Put in another scene and got to the end of that scene. And I'm like, ooh, actually, we need to do one more thing before the midpoint. Put the put the new scene into the same chapter and got to the end of that. And then I added another scene. So 4 scenes is in the chapter before my midpoint. And it's sitting at like 7,100 words or something.
Jeez.
for chapter just before the midpoint. But I just like mentally, I just like the next chapter is the midpoint, and I cannot feasibly just make another folder and call it, the next chapter, because then that would be defeat.
Well,
so
and then
shoved everything into the same chapter.
Because then I would add another chapter and I'd finish a chapter and I'd still have 8 chapters until the end. And I don't have 8 days until the 15th. So like, I really need to get it done. I need to get both these scenes done. And like one, I'm like, oh my God, this is the scene that I have with Ariel. Like I can't just like not have, because it's like pivotal to the rest of the book, which is like 7 chapters, but it's fine. It's fine. We move. It's fine. We're going to get through it. You're like, if I have to write 6,000 words today, I write 6,000 words today. Okay. So yeah, that was my sprint.
You want to share a line?
Sure. Let's see. All right, let's see. Okay. It doesn't stop her, Octavia, from winning. And it feels like a habit again. A muscle that atrophied finally coming back into its own. Until she reaches the semifinal and the name on the draw is one that is familiar. Juliet Ricci. Last year, her sister has been almost unstoppable. US Open semifinal, Australian Open semifinal, a win in Miami and Madrid, and 4 other smaller tournaments. Octavia sits on the couch in Ariel's hotel room, staring down at the binder. Every name is highlighted. Green for a good matchup, yellow for an unknown matchup, pink for a tricky matchup, and blue for what Octavia has coined a hope to God they lose highlight. Juliet's name is unfortunately highlighted in blue.
I love that. Thank you for sharing. Now, Renee, will you share?
Sure. Last semester, Leo took religious studies class in San Bazar that had a unit on meditation. He was never good at being alone with his thoughts. He tried to remember some of the techniques, but the best he could come up with were deep breaths. So that's what he did. Breathe in for 4 counts, exhale for 4. He let the fear, stress, and adrenaline seep from him and into the sand. Something shifted beneath him, clawing out from under him, something like that. He turned his head to see a crab the size of a small something that definitely hadn't been there when he lay down. The crab pinched at him with its biggest claw before skittering away. He was on a beach where crabs lived burrowed beneath the sand. Definitely not a manifestation of his magic. He wasn't going to read too deeply into that. He closed his eyes again.
What is going on?
I love him.
I have thoughts. Having read the front half of the book, I have some thoughts.
Oh yeah, tell me your thought.
I don't want to spoil your book, Live on Main, but there are other events of the novel that has happened on beaches. So that's where my mind goes. It travels to a beach. Picture it, Sicily, 1881.
Oh yes, this is directly after that. If we're thinking the same thing.
Probably because we're both very intelligent women. No, we're not actually. We're both 2 intelligent people. There you go.
Okay, thank you. I think you're thinking about the last part of the part that you read.
I'm thinking about the last part of the part that I'm reading. Indeed.
Okay, so yeah, this is following, and they're stranded.
SOS.
And then they're going to get semi-naked because obviously you don't want to be in wet clothes when it gets dark. And then I'm gonna have the animal steal their clothes.
Oh yes,
animal steal their clothes.
Oh my God, is it gonna be the crab?
I also love just him being like, opening his eyes, looking around, and deciding that, you know what, this is none of my business. Let me just close them again.
If I don't see it, it's not here.
Yeah, that's very, very that. And I continued on my fan fiction. I'm cleaning up chapter 1 for Becca because I'm sending it over on Sunday. That's what I did.
Give us a line, please.
Okay. Ooh, this is going to be not a spoiler, question mark. So, Lynn, you're safe to listen. But if you don't want to listen,
Let me know if I should
I'm
cover
going
my ears.
to...
Let me know if I should cover my ears.
I don't think so, because it's not a spoiler.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to read it now, and I'm going to show the thumbs up again when I'm done reading it. He opens the car door and steps out, taking in the apartment building. It's 3 floors and made of red brick with small gardens in the front of it. He looks both ways before crossing the street. Responsible, we like it. There's a large oak tree on the corner of the building, the leaves gone with the season, leaving nothing but barren branches behind. Pulling up Google Maps again, he checks the address. The phone buzzes as he reaches the correct pathway, and he looks at the white front door at the end of the path and heads toward it. His fingers trace down the doorbell panel and stops at a tag that reads, blank. He hesitates for a moment before pressing the button. It buzzes. Crackling female voice. Hello?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fun.
I'm taking a lot of creative liberties with the script, so there's a bunch of description, like a bunch of descriptions in between all the dialogues.
Mhm.
But this is a fan fiction, so I can do whatever I want.
Yeah. It's your world. We're just living in it.
Well, it's actually not my world either. It's just a copyrighted world.
You've stolen it.
Property. This is the property of Marvel Studios. I'm so sorry.
Mouse is gonna come after you.
Property of Walt Disney.
Yeah. What's he going to do in his little frozen freezer, huh? Come at me, bruv. Let's see what our persons did. Oh my god. We were joined by Lindsay, or briefly joined. Hi, popping in from the cabin. Hoping y'all can get to right because y'all I want to do is prune in the hot tub. Oh. And Miley is swinging in the backyard, living in a fast car, whispering her name outside the most of that sprint for now and making the baby's lunch.
What song is that?
Swinging in the backyard, swinging in your fast car, whispering your name.
Is that Lana Del Rey?
That was Lana Del Rey. You were so good.
I hate that tone. Thank you. I was never a Lana Del Rey girly, okay?
Me neither, but video games, she kind of served some cold potatoes with that one, I'll admit. Somehow managed to get exactly 500 words in that sprint. Congratulations.
Play.
We lost to Miranda. Miranda? Sure. We lost to Miranda. R.I.P. Nia Moon got to do some errands in town. Hopefully back before the stream's done. Who's to say? Sailor says, oof, stroll busting today. When was the last time I wrote smut? Also thinking about bleaching my roots and freshening my ginger, so distracted.
You should do it.
And Case Everywhere says, this fic is actually making me want to eat paint. I need to make the king below so fucking antisocial but charming in his cringe ways.
Cringe fail, man.
Frog is here. Hello, hello, hello.
Ribbit.
Ribbit. Gaze Everywhere says simply 108 words because my roomie came back and I need to find my headphones, so I only truly work for like the last 5 minutes. When I made coffee, did not organize all right, but I worked on a Sims Legacy challenge I am making.
Ooh, I want to know every detail.
And we have a little
I think
line.
like the Sims one that I'm creating for myself.
We have a line from Gaze Everywhere. In which cup is mine, Lady Goodwin? Every word dripping with condensation. Condescension. There you go. Condescension and victory. I don't want to turn around, but I didn't plan this far ahead. I didn't think it actually... Well, I have it in the kitchen. Are you willing to wait a bit longer until I get it? He steps closer to me, denying me that chance to think him not there. I'm a patient man. Followed by, and thank you in advance. I'm sure it's wonderful.
It's kind of sexy.
112 words.
Yay.
Never let the natural cycle of life and death stop you from finding your true love, even if you had to make a deal to get her to exist in the first place.
Okay, it's true.
At the end of my book, when I kept realizing a scene I outlined was actually 2, and I was tracking how many scenes it was. So I was like, I finished the scene and yet I still have the same number left? This is very rude. Devesha looks like a professor in literature in a university where she's like, makes a club for elite students and then sacrifices them to Greek gods or some dark academia shit.
What? Oh, I love that. Thank you.
Sexy.
And Mars get to share a line. The surface of the lakes is still, thanks to the lack of wind, and glitters like it's made of diamonds. I stare at it for too long. The after image dancing in my eyes, even after I duck into the mudroom. Ooh, I love the vision. I'm going to skip over the feedback on the lines. I got to promo myself because I know damn well I got to do that for my book one day, and one must start somewhere. Instagram? I don't know.
I guess.
No, it's Instagram. Stu says, have a little last line, I guess. I want to see a mark on him, just one, to know for a moment I had him when no one else did.
Ooh.
Oh, that's so good, Stu. Oh.
Screaming,
Ain't
crying,
bad.
tearing up. I only know why should I share a line? Absolutely, Wendy. Share away.
And what a line
Share
Wendy
away,
shared.
share away, share away. Oh, is it further down? Oh,
It is. It's
the
interesting.
comments are so slow. 202 words for that sprint and got dragged into mom things, as one does. Line. And how many orgasms have I had in that time? Emil's flirtatious grin went flaccid, like his dick. He knew. Of course, he knew. Not the flaccid dick.
Yeah.
Oh, Wendy.
See,
Oh,
guys,
spicy.
everyone knew. Video games and chemtrails over the country club are some Lena bangers. Lana. I don't know why I'm mispronouncing names left, right, and center today.
Just what it is.
That's okay. Some of the songs are bangers, unfortunately, but I won't say which to create confusion. Oh.
That's what Gaze is best at.
Creating confusion.
Confusion. Gays everywhere uses days. It's super effective.
Yep.
Our legacy challenge is based on aesthetics, IG, Dark Academia, Y2K, Old Money, Theater Kid, etc. I haven't actually played it yet, but I will eventually. I'm so distracted. I see the scene, but the words are choked. Who gave me these pearls to clutch?
I feel
This
that
was
same way.
Line from...
Her pearls are clutched, but is her butthole clenched?
That's the question.
Call
As
it.
usual, his lover had drowned his drink in milk and sugar. As Lazar scrunched his nose at the taste, his lover grabbed the remote and turned the TV off, quickly downing the rest of his drink. Sounds like some Krampus bullshit.
Mood. I also drowned.
I'm
my
here,
drink in
took my
milk and
meds,
sugar.
and praying I don't dissociate at a wall for the next few hours. Tia, eyes on me.
You and me both, babe.
Okay, that was the comments. Shall we dive back into the card game of it all?
Yes, let's mouthpiece some bitches. Affectionate.
And first bitch on the block,
C'est moi.
the eyeball family, apparently.
Yep. Me with all 4 of my eyeballs.
And for Miss Eyeballs, Lady Eyeballs, I don't know,
What do you bequeath me today?
Madam Eyeballs. Well, that feels too formal for you.
Yeah.
Your sister Eyeballs. Are you good?
Someone decapitate me.
Why?
I think that's illegal, but
I was gonna say, because I'm gonna say it anyway, because why the fuck not?
Say it. I need to
I'm
know.
gonna say Mistress Eyeballs, because you know Katie's a top.
Dom top.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Okay, for Katie, the Chariot.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Let's see what energy we're claiming today.
Chariot.
I don't know what number the major arcana is. I gotta find it. Oh, I passed it clearly.
12. Oh no, I'm just guessing.
17.
Ah.
Oh, it was close.
It is 12, isn't it? No,
I don't know.
it's 7.
Oh, I was close-ish.
Is V 5? Yeah.
V is
Yeah.
5, yes. So V is
V.
7.
The Chariot is compose and trust yourself. Oh, okay. I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
Whew, okay. The Chariot captures a moment that will feel familiar to anyone who's ever undertaken a passion project. This card is the breath before you dive into the deep end, that moment of pause before the beautiful yet chaotic experience going all in on something that matters to you. The Chariot, that's just describing what the Chariot looks like. Okay, by invoking similar energy to these earlier cards, the Chariot reminds you of how prepared you are for the next step. You've mastered skills like confidence, faith, intuition, and nurturing. But the Chariot doesn't just echo cards that came before it. It also shares visual language with cards that come later in the major arcana, most notably the Wheel of Fortune. In the Wheel of Fortune, the wheel turns and a sphinx sits on top, a reminder that we are always subject to unexpected fate. We can steer ourselves through surprises, good or bad. When the Chariot comes up in a reading, take a deep breath. Reflect on where you are now, how far you've come, and how prepared and capable you are for what's next. Wherever your creativity is leading you, take the moment to ground yourself in the faith that you are going in the right direction and you have everything you need. Now exhale and put yourself out there. Oh, okay.
Zaballs, do you want me to grab a mirror?
Don't say you'd rather look into the sun.
I'm trying desperately not to say it. I've done it too many times. I've beaten the horse, resurrected it, and then shot it again. Yeah. Anyway.
Does this resonate with you, by any chance?
It sure does, as I almost complete this book and get ever closer to sending it to my editor. Yay! Which is like,
I said you know how to write a book. Don't worry about whether they're gonna like it, because I think they're gonna like it.
Yeah. Recently, for everyone who hasn't been backstage, which is everyone except the two people on screen, I have been having a lot of anxiety and like worries and almost like a pre-grief of like worrying that my editor and my agent and stuff and anyone really is not just not gonna like the book, they're not gonna like the characters and like not gonna fall in love with them in the way that they fell in love with BC and Jules and Luca. So yeah, I need to let go. I have confidence. This is like my 6th book that I've written. I can do it. I know how to write a book and I know how to make people care about my characters. So just need to.
One thing you can do is make great characters.
Thank you. I try. They're my favorite part. I love them. The plot, non-existent. Don't know her. The characters, I know them.
They might not be doing anything, but sure are they thinking about it.
They're thinking about it. They are doing things, just whether that constitutes plot beats that make sense in the order that they're in. Who's to say? That's not for me.
Not me.
Decide. Not me.
That's my God.
Yeah, that exactly. Yep. No words straight out of my mouth.
It's for your critique partners to conceptualize, and then your agent and editor to work on.
Yeah, they literally, they'll tell me what the plot is, and I'll put it in.
Kids like, yeah, sure, that makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my God, I felt the same way about the odds, Katie.
Oh my God. Odds.
You do care about them already.
Nice
And we've seen
around.
glimpses. Yes, Grape. Yes, actually.
That's actually what?
I don't know. Something you said probably. Yeah, you'll be mouthpieced.
Dun, dun.
Dun,
Thank you.
dun.
I need it.
And next up to be mouthpieced is Miss Nina Natasha. She says card, please. And, I can't speak for the universe, but the universe says death.
Oh my God, girl. I just flipped straight to it because I just got death yesterday. Or Monday. Go. Which death, Nina, I feel like is very apt for you. It is kill your darlings.
Dang.
And give yourself over to discomfort. I got this the other day when I was really anxious. So take with that what you will.
It's a fun little personal anecdote.
Yep. To kill your darlings is to be willing to move on, to let the old ways die and embrace new challenges. What's more, it's about actively pursuing opportunities outside your comfort zone. Following this advice means committing to evolution, even when, or maybe especially when, it would feel safer to stay where you are. To kill your darlings is to embrace change, challenge, discomfort. It's to strive for what's next, what's better, and what's unknown. Neither the death card, tarot card, nor the advice to kill your darlings should be taken literally. Death and murder are merely metaphors for change, harbingers of possible life and creative satisfaction beyond everything you thought you knew. No one is asking you to set fire to the home you've lovingly decorated, put your poems in the shredder, or give up your dreams of running a creative business. But confronting the themes of death is a transformative rite of passage that will undoubtedly up your creative game. Death demands that you give yourself over to discomfort in service of growth. Kill your darlings. Embrace the metaphorical death by junking the manuscript you've been tinkering on over a decade and start something new, or write the story from scratch in first person rather than third. Prune your garden so that new flowers can grow. Release whatever vision you had of what creative success is supposed to look like, and instead follow your gut towards what creative satisfaction feels like. Kill your quaint ideas of what good is and find out what lies beyond. Give yourself permission to step into the new version of yourself and let the old you fade into the background. When the death card appears, it's time to make a change. Let your past expectations, hang-ups, hopes, and fears die so that there is room for new, beautiful possibilities to come to life. There you go.
You've been mouthpiece, Nina.
Taps. Two types.
Nina, Natasha.
Nina. No, Nina. It is telling you to kill those new ideas, those darlings that you are holding on to because they have the perfection of not being written, and give yourself over to the discomfort of working on your project that you are currently working on. That's my interpretation.
Damn, skipping every gay person ever. What do you mean, guys? Did you ask for a card?
We just did Nina.
Just
and
every
me.
gay person ever. I hadn't started comments, so I probably didn't see it in gays everywhere. Oh, you're on the list. You're like 2-3 comments down, gays. You're pre-ejaculating.
Not pre-ejaculating. Oh no.
Yeah, keep it in your pants.
Show me
So,
your pants.
man, you feel like a man?
Yep.
Anyway, Nina Brown, you've been mouthpieced. Next up is Jessica Fletcher.
Who?
Jessica Fletcher?
Who's Jessica Fletcher?
Who's Jessica Fletcher? Murder, She Wrote? Fucking toddlers in tiaras, you two. I'm ashamed. Oh my god, I'm actually mad.
Sorry. I was more of a MASH, Twilight Zone kind of kid, you know? Give me for being weird.
Yeah, I'm outraged. Steve, I know who she is, but I'm not on your side. Anyway, moving on.
Never seen Steve this mad.
Or you know all three.
Yeah.
I'm a gay people. I know them all, but I'm also old, so you know.
Yeah.
Who's Jessica Fletcher?
I was like, is this
Anyway.
your drag queen?
I will tolerate no shenanigans from you two right now. You're on thin ice, ladies.
Oh, not the anti-Shanann agenda.
Yes. Miss Jessica Berry, you get a King of Cups.
Okay. Let's see. Cups. I think it's all the way at the back. Nope. Pentacles is all the way at the back, apparently. Cups is the first one. LOL. I've read this book. I've been through this book so many times and I can't remember anything. Here we go. Okay. King of Cups is be your own safe harbor. See what that means. I don't think I've ever pulled this one. King of Cups feels like coming home after a hard day. A lot of creative blocks stem from the need to be in the right circumstances in which to create. You tell yourself you'll start your creative business when things at your 9-to-5 job settle down or when your kids start school. You book a writing retreat for 3 months from now and plan to write your entire book then. You need to be in the mood to paint or have the perfect charcoal pencil to start sketching. All of those things may feel true, and it's understandable that you might question your creative skills and priorities when you feel under pressure in other areas of your life. But the King of Cups offers an alternative way of navigating your relationship with creativity. Too often, we talk ourselves out of showing up in a world because we believe there's a right time and place to be creative. We convince ourselves we need to protect our creativity from the chaos in our lives. But if you imagine your creative life as a stable, solid foundation that the King of Cups rests on, you can flip the script. You don't need to protect your creativity from the chaos of the world. You can let your creativity protect you. By nurturing the belief that creative expression plays a crucial role in keeping you afloat and alive in this world, you can drop excuses that keep you from making art. This card offers a critical comfort. You don't need to fix everything in your life before you dedicate yourself to your creativity. You can look at your creative experience as the balm for all things that feel messy and broken.
You've been mouthpieced. I don't know if that ever resonated with you, Jessica, but I feel like I'm Wendy's scene right now. I do 2 cards, and then there's still 6 cards left.
Just everyone wants a card. There's 26 people here. They all want to be mouthpieced by the great mouthpiecer.
I'm just a silly boy on the internet.
Yeah.
Tia, I definitely don't want a card after that. What the fuck? This is rough. Whose ideas is this? You do this every month? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This is awful. Once again, I feel like the card is telling me to revise and edit, to do that damn thing and stop hiding.
Do the damn thing and stop hiding.
I'm sorry, but what are we with our shenanigans? We'd be that fur guy from Looney Tunes if you shaved all his hair off. That fur guy?
Fur guy?
Wally Coyote?
What is the fur guy?
I'm so confused.
I'm so sorry, Wendy. I don't get this reference.
I have no clue either. I can't help you. We're masochists. We do this every month. Resonated with so many in chat. And your cards are very accurate. I think it's just, I just pull the cards, then you guys find the meanings in your life. It's okay, babes. I knew you wouldn't. Entirely unhelpful, Wendy.
Oh my god. Sorry.
I had my meant to be last year after that one fucked up card in the beginning of the month, and I couldn't come back for 5 months.
I'm so sorry, guys.
I'm so sorry. I missed you dearly the entire summer.
Talked about you around the campfire. Like an urban legend.
Yeah.
I feel like the cards have been telling me every month for the last year to edit and stop whining, and I've just been ignoring it. Maybe that's why the universe keeps repeating it.
Keeps telling you.
I have to go and find his name to be helpful. I'm so sorry. Are you talking about a guy with the big red mustache? The cowboy? With a big nose?
The guy with the hat?
Yes. The cards are accurate until they tell me to say my Louboutins.
Tia, we're getting there. There's an order to this. There's an order in the chaos.
God. There's like 8 people in queue, Tia. Anyway, no, gays, you disappeared. And I'll just pull up a current gate comment. There you go. Roadrunner and Coyote. Sure. Current gate comment.
You mean all of them?
Okay, this is going to be the last one before we dive into another sprint. And for gays everywhere, another King of Cups.
Bang. Okay, luckily I didn't close it. So yeah, the King of Cups. I feel like this also does reflect gays. A lot of creative blocks stem from the need to be in right circumstances to create. You tell yourself, blah blah blah. Sorry. All those things may feel true, and it's understandable that you might question your creative skills and priorities when you feel under pressure in other areas of your life, like your master's program. But the King of Cups offers an alternative way to navigate your relationship with creativity. Too often we talk ourselves out of showing up in a world because we believe there's a right time and place to be creative. We convince ourselves that we need to protect our creativity from the chaos of our lives. By nurturing the belief that creative expression plays a crucial role in keeping you afloat and alive in this world, you can drop the excuses that keep you from making your art. This card offers a critical comfort. You don't need to fix everything in your life before you dedicate yourself to your creativity. You can look at your creative experience as a balm for all things that feel messy and broken. As a balm?
Oh,
ALM.
Not a
bong.
Oh my god, are
B-O-N-G.
we fucking getting high?
Yeah, it's a bong for all things broken and messy.
Anyway, guys, Lord Almighty, you've been mouthpieced. Mara says, is there a gas leak or something? The vibes feel a little crazier than usual. Well, it's one hell of a gas leak to reach across the Atlantic Ocean.
And all the way across the eastern seaboard.
No, actually, what the fuck is going on? Are we being crazier than usual? Tell us if we need to calm down. If you think we're too loud.
I don't think so. I feel like we're
Also, you guys, I have unfortunate news. I have
What?
slipped into something a little bit more comfortable.
The bed?
Your pet.
My arms hurt.
Your arm shirt, so you went to bed?
My arms hurt. So,
You did get your shots today.
yeah, I was so brave.
No, they're fine. It's just like troublemakers a little to the left today. I don't know what this means.
We are, yeah. I've lost my mind entirely. I lost my mind back in March, so
Girl, you lost your mind on Tuesday when you started writing 4K every fucking day.
But I'm so
I
close
never
to
had
the
a
end.
And I never had a mind to begin with, so.
Yeah. We're all just unhinged.
Mars forgot what having the combined madness of the troublemakers is like. They detoxed for too long.
A fair point, yeah.
This is true. I was always away from the stream for a few weeks. Mars is like, was it always like this?
Oh, you look
Oh, you
so
look so
cozy. Oh, I also want to slip into something more comfortable, but no, I will refrain. I have a book to
Your
write.
book to write. There's only 8 days left.
Marina's gone, but I'm wearing the shirt she got at Indian Wells. The child small.
Oh,
shirt.
the child small, the one they threw into the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm doing the Olivia Wilde head nod in solidarity. Wallace is not here to rein the vibes in.
Wallace
It's-
raining in vibes.
I know.
She's just as bad as the rest of us.
I just want to pinch your cheeks.
I love how grandma Lindsay is all the time. I love it.
Grandma?
Lindsay has grandma,
Grandma
you know,
coded.
pinching your cheeks. Yeah, grandma coded.
Pinching your
grandma's
cheeks is not grandma coded.
Yes, it is.
Which cheeks are you thinking of?
Wait, are there other cheeks?
What?
Ass cheeks.
That's what I'm thinking about.
No,
Your
the
cheek.
face cheek.
Your cheeks.
Oh, why did I think of a chin? I don't know. I was just like, why is Lindsay out here pinching Grape's butt and you're calling her cozy? I never did specify.
It's true. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
If you're a married woman. And,
Grape about to get her some honk shoes. I don't know what this means, but
You know, like when you sleep. Oh shoot, like the fake snoring vibe.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
see, you guys run the entire range of human emotions today. I'm sorry. I finished my book, so I'm a little frazzled. I lost the purpose in my life. What Lindsay and Grape get out of their own time is their business. But there is not on their own time. It's publicly in the chat.
Oh.
Yeah. I love when the vibes go full trouble. Speaking of full trouble, another sprint, so I guess Grape can nap, question mark, or should we just power through the last cards and call it a day? Let's do that. We're getting up on the
Sure.
11th hour, I think.
Ooh, yeah.
Wendy would like a card, and Wendy, you shall get a card, and you shall get death again. What is going on?
Whoa.
better, babe.
I hear him shuffling. It's just the cards. The cards will tell.
Yeah, the past, the future, and the future as well. Nope, the past, the present, and the future as well.
Oof, I feel like this also relates to
I'd like
Wendy.
to shuffle really good, please.
You would like a shuffle good? You would like a shuffle good?
I would like for you to shuffle really good. Is that not what I said?
Yeah, I repeated it back and I misspoke. English.
Yes. Okay. Great. Really think that.
It was not that funny.
It is that funny because I've been thinking that in my head since someone sent that.
It was me. For context, there's a clip of Wallace on YouTube that I clipped, so it's mine actually, of Wallace stuttering over words and then singing English. And I've been saying that nonstop for a couple of days.
It's so good.
Oh, it's really good.
It's so funny. Okay, Wendy, you're about to get mouthpieced. Telling you to kill your darlings, and I think this is relating to your 209,000 word manuscript.
There's got to be some darlings to kill in there.
It's got to be a lot of them. Boiled down, to kill your darlings is to be able to move on, to let the old ways die and embrace new challenges. What's more, it's about actively pursuing opportunities outside your comfort zone. Following this advice means committing to evolution, even when, or maybe especially when, it would feel safer to stay where you are. To kill your darlings is to embrace change, challenge, discomfort. It's to strive for what's next, what's better, and what's unknown. Death demands that you give yourself over to discomfort in service of growth. Kill your darlings by leaving your comfy 9-to-5 to finally pursue your dream. Embrace metaphorical death. Quit your job, Wendy. Sell your Louboutins. Embrace metaphorical death by junking the manuscript you've been tinkering on for a decade and starting something new, or by rewriting the story from scratch in first person rather than third. Prune your garden so that new flowers can grow. Release whatever vision you had of what creative success is supposed to look like, and instead follow your gut towards what creative satisfaction feels like. Kill your quaint ideas of what good is and find out what lies beyond. Give yourself permission to step out into a new version of yourself and let your old version fade into the background. When the death card appears, it's time to make a change. Let your past expectations, hangups, hopes, and fears die so that there's room for new, beautiful possibilities to come to life.
That really does sound like taking apart a first draft to make it a second. You've been mouthpieced. Next up is Ms. Puckett, and for Ms. Puckett, I gave. What is this? The Lovers.
Which makes sense because you're on a little vacay with hubby, right?
It's just you and the hubby, and this is us.
Watching over you.
Watching over your naked body.
Your naked bodies.
You know what? Maybe Mars was onto something. We are on one today.
Maybe there is a gas leak.
There is. Okay, here we go. Commit to your creativity with the Lovers. Love, of course, is one of the most timeless themes for creatives. Nothing is more creative and invigorating than the promise of new or renewed love. If love inspires you to make your art, you're in good company. And then it lists a bunch of things that does that. But there's more to the Lovers card than fodder for dreamy visuals, delicious pop songs, and delightful rom-coms. And of course, there's more to love than that too. Are you a good partner to your creativity? The Lovers card is really about partnership, about the choices and commitments you make to the things you love. It's not a card about falling in love. It's about sticking with what you love through better or worse. But your relationship to your creativity is a partnership too. Learning to treat it like one can be game-changing for your creative life. For one thing, seeing your creativity as a partner will empower you to find new ways to work with it. And for another, approaching experience of creative block the same way you might address a conflict with a friend or a loved one will help you show compassion to yourself and focus on working towards meaningful solution. And finally, looking at your relationship to your creativity as your partnership will foreground the importance of making commitments to maintain and nurture creativity. When you draw this card, think of it as your chance to reflect on how you're honoring your commitment to your creativity or how you might want to review and revise the creative commitments you've made.
Lindsay, you've been mouthpieced.
Mouthpiece. Something.
Enjoy your Lovers retreat. Let's see. We did Wendy, right? Did we do Wendy? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Wendy got death.
Which is the remix of Baby Got Back.
Yep. Wendy got death.
is Eva. Eva, if you're still watching, let's see. Pluto just went retrograde, if that means anything to you all. That explains why we're so
It's
weird.
nothing to me.
Let's just catch up on some comments. So there's like 300 left when I come back. Let's see. He finished his book. He gets to be a little unhinged. That's a treat. Hey, dude, at least you finished writing something. I can't say that. I'm nodding it. I'm nodding. Nope. I'm nothing if not an Arcana magnet. I'd love to finish something too. And someday you will, Tia. I believe in you. Selah is witnessing me. I shuffle really goodly, and I've pulled death twice before, so I get it. Thanks.
Mhm.
Cards want everyone to get off their asses and write. It seems like no one wants to write these days. Are the millennials killing the book industry? I don't know. We love Ecolalia.
I don't know what that is.
Ecolalias?
When you say something
Some
and
of,
you
like,
repeat it
the
back,
stuff.
like a vocal stem.
Yeah.
Like if you say something and then I repeat it, and then you say something and then I repeat it, or if I just like you start on a lyric and I finish it. I think
You
it's
mean
sort of
every conversation all of us have ever had ever?
Shh. That's between us and God. Sometimes we need brutal to actually listen. Although it could also be for this project I'm revising. Gotta buy that tarot book. It seems good. I like it a lot.
I bought one.
Vindication! As pinching in voyeurism. Talia sex tip, Froggy.
Yep. Oh, that's an old bit. We haven't done that in a while.
What?
I do it mentally every now and then.
Title of your sex tape.
Yes. Gays everywhere. I feel like I'm regressing as a person because I want to buy shallow Converse shoes so badly. It's not even funny. Oh, didn't you want to do that, Grape? Not to expose you
I
that
wanted to buy
one.
some Vans, some platform Vans.
Oh.
But I have not regressed. I've just never moved past that stage of life.
You never
That's
evolved, so one cannot regress.
I'm still,
You're still at the restaurant.
Yes. That or I want to get fucked in the gym.
Whoa.
That's not what that says. That or I want to get fucking jacked in the gym. One of the two.
One and the same.
I definitely read that in the though. I want to fuck Jack in the gym. I was like, fucking Jack.
Beautiful. Thank you. I love the idea of being a partner with creativity. OMG. Repeated words, phrases, vocal stem. English. Okay.
Gays being like, hello?
It's like the least scandalous things we've said today. Okay, Eva. Did we pull a card for Eva? Oh my god, my memory.
Did we? I can't even remember.
I don't think we did.
No. I'm still on the lovers, which is what Lindsay had.
Yeah. And for Eva, another moon.
Oh, the moon. Wow. Cycles of the moon. Where's the moon? Where's my girl? That's my girl.
Another moon? Wow.
There's two moons?
Neon moon.
Yeah, we've had a lot.
Okay. Embrace your creative phases with the moon. The moon we see in the sky changes, but the moon itself does not. It is always whole. We just don't get its full power all the time. At different times of the month, even different times of day and night, the moon's influence on things like the tide varies depending on the moon in its orbital journey. It can be wise to liken your creative journey to the lunar cycle. You too are always a wholly creative person, whether you're actively making something or not. The moon doesn't always appear full to us, and you don't always need to be running yourself dry to create in order to claim the identity of artist, writer, creative, or whatever what you want to call yourself. Recognizing these phases you go through on a regular basis and knowing how much energy you have for creativity throughout your days, weeks, months, and years can be incredibly empowering. When this card appears, it can be an invitation to check in on yourself and identify what phase of your creative journey you're currently in. How full is your tank right now? There you go.
Keep your mouthpiece, Eva, if you're still here.
Dun dun.
Okay, we got 4 left. Stu, could I have a card at some point, my lords? Yes, you could. Me squire.
Miss Stew.
Stu.
So stupid.
Okay, and for Stu, Page of Swords.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, I flipped right to it. Practice beginner's mindset. Oh, okay. The page is a novice warrior, still finding their footing, still learning to wield their sword. They're keen to grow into the knowledge the swords have to offer, to carve their own path and come out the other side of the suit, tougher and more aware of how their fears and pain points affect the way they think and the way they create. They don't yet know what they don't know, and they're okay with that. They're willing to try, to practice, to get better as they get comfortable with the terrain, the tools they have to work with, and the strengths they'll discover in themselves along the way. You don't have to be an expert. Think of this page as a symbol for embracing a beginner's mindset. It's a card about releasing yourself from expectation around how much knowledge, expertise, skill, talent, and originality you think you need in order to approach a creative project or pursuit. The card's motto is, "Here I am, as I am, learning as I go." This willingness to feel a bit foolish, to accept the early stages of a project, and sometimes the later ones, too, may feel awkward, like the ground is shifting beneath your feet, but it is crucial for living a creative life. When you're willing to feel like a beginner, even though your mind is telling you that in order to succeed, you should feel like an expert, that's when your creativity is most willing to come out and play. So when the Page of Swords appears, brace yourself. The way ahead is thorny, and you may have no idea what you're doing, but you can give it your best shot anyway.
The way ahead is horny?
That too.
Yeah, that's what she said, for sure.
That's what I heard.
That's sure. Thorny.
It makes
but
sense,
also-
given what Stu's writing. The way ahead is horny.
The way ahead is horny.
Tia says, "Oh wow, Stu, if that isn't you." I'll take a card for next time, or do you want a card for now, Tia? Call in. Anyway, Stu, you've been potlucked. Cody, the writer, is up next. And for Cody, the writer, we offer a humble, whoever this lady is, a bunch of pentacles. IX, is that 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yes.
Nine of Pentacles. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Invest in yourself. Cody. Okay, creative investment is a long game. Investment in your creativity will look different depending on where you're at in your creative journey, what's going on with the rest of your life, what your creative goals are, and what resources are realistically available to you. The best investments are prudent and made with long-term stability and security in mind. You don't need to stockpile everything you have and mainline every resource into your creative pursuits. You must simply recognize your creative goals as a worthy investment. Right now, you may be only able to afford 20 minutes every other day to work on a project. Somewhere down the line, you may invest time, money, and energy onto a week-long creative retreat. You might invest your efforts in helping out a fellow creative who you know can support you in the future. These are all valid ways of investing in your creative journey, and all of them will come to you with their own unique reward. Like most advice in the Suit of Pentacles, this card wants you to remember that creative growth is a long game, and you do need some strategy if you want to keep playing. While it's important to entertain your sparks and pursue your ideas passionately, it's equally vital to be able to ration and invest your creative energy and resources thoughtfully. Considering that Cody was talking about how his brain isn't working or isn't into gear, invest in your creativity. Don't push it too much.
Wait, what card was this?
Nine of
Pentacles.
Yeah, 9 of Pentacles.
Stop. I'm literally going on a retreat a little over a week. There you go. You've been mouthpieced.
You've been mouthpieced.
Dun, 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 dun. There's a couple of people before you, Tia, but I have you on the docket, so you'll get your card. Next up, Froggy, and for Froggy, I gave you the moon. No, the sun.
The sun.
Oh, look at you. That is what I do think about when I think about Froggy, is the sun, because it's always a good time.
We need someone to get the stars next. We have the full sky.
Full sky. Believe your own hype with the sun. Oh. The tarot sun is radiant. It shines more brightly, more boldly than the moon or the stars. It breaks open the sky with its brilliance, draws sunflowers to attention, and illuminates the pure, unadulterated joy of the child at the illustration center. This card is about basking in your own glow. reveling in your own talent, achievements, and potential. It's permission. No, it's instruction to buy into your own hype and give yourself a confidence boost. It's natural to look for external validation for your creative endeavors. Whether you just appreciate the love or want to monetize your creative pursuits, the perception of your audience is undeniably important. But the Sun is here to remind you that buying into your own hype is a crucial part of bringing other people along on your creative journey. And the Sun takes time to rise. Many creative struggles with believing in themselves. You might be conditioned to equate confidence with ego. You might have had so many negative experiences that you can't imagine feeling good about or proud of your creative work. Or that you might be navigating anxiety or imposter syndrome or other valid mental and emotional barriers that affect your comfort when it comes to feeling and expressing pride and joy in your work. The Sun is here to throw up a mirror. Oh no. Oh no. I'm looking at the Sun, but the Sun's holding up a mirror. To show how brilliant you are and illuminate just how you deserve to bask in the glory of your own creative gift. When you draw this card, celebrate the parts of your creative life that you love. It might be what you've created, a part of your creative ritual, or a collection of compliments you keep on hand to remind you how great you are. The more light you shine on these things, the sturdier your foundation of self-confidence and self-belief will be.
There you go, Froggy. You've been mouthpieced. Buy
Dun,
stocks
dun.
in yourselves, and we'll buy stock in you. That was very clunky, but yeah. You've been mouthpieced.
Dun, dun.
Okay.
Froggy, don't mind me as I stroke my own ego.
Mhm.
I want to be as cozy as the Veisha is right now. All
You
hail the
can
magic conch. Not the conch. Sayla has to listen to the man.
Mm.
Don't mind me if I stroke my own ego. Next up on the chopping block is Miss Grapple.
Ooh,
Okay.
grappling with being awake.
Let's see what she's grappling with, existentially, metaphorically, universally.
Good shuffle.
I have shuffled literally while Katie read the entire book. Okay. Grape, do you want to split or no split?
Yeah, split.
Split. Queen of Pentacles.
Okay.
I think she's like a prosperous situation.
Really, she's like a prostitute.
Two bastard groomsmen is a whore.
That's literally, I think, the last card in the deck, actually. Yeah. Come home to your creativity. This card is about patience and the gentle but impossibly strong act of giving yourself the time, respect, and unerring faithfulness you need to build your creative life. Because the creative life you're dreaming of and moving towards won't happen overnight. Sure, there will be bolts of creative lightning that illuminate your practice for days, weeks, and sometimes even years at a time. There'll be sudden shifts in mindset that herald bold new creative eras, and there'll be an ocean of feelings you might sink into at any time, for better or worse. It's easy to get caught up in the action and forget that at the end of the day, all roads lead back to you. Wherever you go, there you are.
You said dick.
That's what I heard too.
Did I?
At the end of the dick.
At the end of the dick.
All roads.
Lead to getting fucked in the gym.
Anyway, did that resonate, Miss Grapple?
I'm gonna have to see what Chelsea recommends doing. Little activities.
Okay. And last, but certainly not least, is Miss Tia Gunn. Hello, hello, hello. Actually, we'll go after Grape. Miss Tia Gunn. And Katie goes away, I guess. So there's no one to read the book. You have to get out yours, Grape.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, she's back.
I just had to. We lost a Boo Bear. He has left us. He's gone to eat lunch.
Oh, no. Nom nom. Okay, for Miss Tia, I shuffled 3 times. For Miss Tia, I give you. Oh, this doesn't bode well. Whoever this gal is.
Oh,
2 of Swords.
Two of Swords. Oh my God, Katie, this is your card.
That's my fucking card, bitch. Oh, I know exactly where she is. Oh, I get this one all the time. Oh,
Miranda said earlier about one of the other ones being Katie coded. No, this is the Katie coded card. Like, who
Ah.
choice you did to make one?
It's okay. It's fine. It's okay, Tia. It's okay. I've gotten this card many times before and haven't died. So,
Physically.
Uncomplicate your overwhelm. Traditionally, the Two of Swords is representative of indecision, but there's more to this card than being caught at a crossroads. This Two of Swords is about being completely overwhelmed by your situation and feeling unable to move forward in any direction. This card can validate those moments when you feel absolutely incapable of moving forward, but also offer some advice. Remember yourself. Return to your own depths. When you recognize the significance of the ocean, you can see that the Two of Swords is an invitation to shed your burdens and return to yourself, to step away from the overwhelming pressure to act or have it all figured out, planned, and ready to go. Let this card prompt you to refocus your efforts on understanding yourself. Put down your weapons. Free your hands to remove the blindfold. Stand up, turn around, and remember that one of the most important things you can do for your creativity is engage with your own depths. You don't have to take action. You don't have to produce work. You just have to dip your toes in the water and connect with yourself.
That's what I'm thinking, Sayla. Feel the rain on your skin.
No one else
No
can
one else
feel
can
it
do
for
it
you.
for you. Okay. Anyway,
Only
Tia,
you
you've been
can let
mouthpieced.
it in.
No
I'm
one
thinking of
else.
the song "Put Your Weapons Down."
What song?
It's by Justin Nozuka. Like, put your weapons down.
Oh no, thank you. What the fuck?
The cards do
I
not
mean,
lie to you.
As always, I do not, dictate the cards. The cards just, appear and I'm their mouthpiece. Might ignore that one, besties. I mean, I'll see you here next month with the cards, just like Jessica telling you to feel the rain on your skin. Girl, put your weapons down. Girl, put your weapons down. Oh wait, that's another song.
Girl, push your.
I think "Girl, Put Your Record On," I think is the actual
Girl,
song.
put your records on. Tell me your favorite song.
That's the Corinne song, yeah.
Tia, no, you need this.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know my? Yeah. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. As always, the card is only as strong as their meaning to you. If you're whatever, then whatever. They lied to me during Black Month. Not during Black Month. I will never live that down, will I?
Nope.
I fear too much resonates. Oops, not missing my card and having to rewind. Okay, I'm going to pull a card for myself, and then I need you to tell me how to live my life, Katie.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared.
And I am not, but I'm pulling anyway. Judgment, ew.
Oh.
Is that an English flag? Why is that ha 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 ha?
Because it makes sense.
What's that supposed to mean?
Katie will tell you.
Wow, way to throw me under the bus, babe.
You've got the book.
I know. I'm just
You also have the book.
Okay, the book's across the room.
She's so comfy. Oh, that's Justice. Okay, that's Wheel of Fortune. Where the fuck are you? Hello?
This is Judgment, babes. I wish I had Wheel of Fortune.
Welcome to the Wheel of Fortune. Where the
Does
fuck?
Judgment come after death?
No, I don't think so. Does it? No, that's the Tower after death. Do you know what number it is? Why am I stupid? Am I stupid?
Mm-hmm.
No, Temperance is after death. Sorry.
It says XX on it, so this is 20, if that helps.
Yes, that would help. Ah!
Is
Hello,
XX
there you are.
20?
Yeah. Well, regardless, I found it, whether it's 20.
Okay.
It is. The mouthpiece is getting mouthpieced.
Wait, is this fucking play about me?
It sure is. Rediscover your creative roots. Okay. This card is about bringing your full creative self back to life, about bringing up the good, bad, ugly, and everything in between that you've left behind on your quest to fit in, to be good, to please others. It is not, despite its unfortunate name, a card about judging yourself or your art or others. Stop curating your creativity for others' consumption. Oh no, I hate. Ooh, but you're literally making a fanfic for others. Okay. When judgment comes up in a reading, it can initially feel intimidating, and it is, but it's also beautiful. When I'm working with a client and this card appears, It immediately prompts me to ask them what inspired them in their childhood, or maybe just what connected them to their desire to be creative in the first place. Taking the time to brush the dust off of your early creative desires and breathe fresh life into them can be life-changing. This is especially true if you're recovering from perfectionism or trying to connect with your rawest creative self after years of curating your creativity to fit in with your teachers, bosses, peers, or parents that said what creativity should look and feel like. Working with judgment is an opportunity to resurrect your purest creative joys, hopes, and ambitions and bring them to life again. Just because you've buried them doesn't mean you've killed them off. You have the creative power to make yourself feel whole again.
I don't know if this resonates with me. I don't feel stifled or like I'm pandering to my peers.
Do you want to pull a clarifying card?
Sure.
I also am not super seeing the connection.
Oh, I
Clarifying card, the High Priestess. Love this for me.
Wow, you're getting all the arcana today.
This is 2. I.
Bye,
Oh, XX
Sailor.
and I. Bye, Sailor. Love you. Also, BJ will never not be funny.
Yeah, that's funny. Finds creative depth with the High Priestess. Apparently, the most dreamlike, mysterious card in the deck. Think of, oh my god, that your deck is really saying get in deep, because this card is also, it's a prod to reconnect with your rawest creative self, to your stillest, deepest waters, to soak up and spend time with your own mysterious but potent creative soul. The High Priestess is all about looking inward, observing yourself, understanding yourself. It's a nudge to be still and listen, to come to the cards without seeking a solution, but more as a means of meditation. To bring the High Priestess into your creative efforts, you need to consider what's lurking beneath the surface of your work. What subtext is driving your creation? What hidden gems are you layering in, and how can those hidden gems help you reveal the heart of your creation? The card is also traditionally associated with psychic abilities. Is it trying to give you cards for your fanfic?
Maybe.
Is Billy not like kind of psychic?
Not gonna spoil anything.
So it's a fun invitation to play with how intuition, instinct, and even the supernatural factor into your work.
Maybe it's more about my work.
Is the High Priestess one of the cards from Agatha?
I think Lilia pulls the High Priestess.
I think she does. So that's kind of fascinating. Of like, I don't remember if Judgment is or not, but they both ask me
Judgment
to
is not.
What's like the main theme of your fanfic? Do you know like what you're exploring with the character, like thematically?
It's a fanfic, babes. It's just vibes.
Okay, then the cards are telling you to connect more deeply with it, because it is a fanfic, but like, it also can, it's still writing, it's still creation, it's still, something you can dive deeper into. I mean, that's what I do with, look at my fanfics. I mean, I'm always dealing with shit in my writing, whether I like it or not, even if it is fanfic.
I don't know. I just want to write something fun.
And the cards are like, you should think deeper about it.
So it's gonna be.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
There you
go. Anyway, I've been Mouthpiece. Thank you so much, dear members of the cult, for congregating with us here today. In the woods with Goody Proctor. We'll be
and the
here.
devil.
And the devil. It's me and the devil.
Nobody got the devil
theme is
today, so that's
fun.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one got the devil.
I don't want to say too much about the theme because there's kind of spoilery if you haven't watched Agatha. So yeah. Anyway, this is it for today's regularly scheduled program. We'll be back next week when either Grape or Wallace will be at the driver's wheel.
Theoretically?
I don't know. Finally, I'm not being gaslit. It's a cult.
I don't think
Linked
he
to
said
an article, How the Devil's Sacrament is a great opportunity for networking. Just in time for the tornado sirens. Miley, stay safe.
Blink twice if you need help.
Thanks for the sprint and no thanks for your card. You're welcome, Miley. You're also at the same time, Miley, you're welcome, Stu, but also at the same time, you're not welcome. And with that, the 2025 season comes to an end. Bye.
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 Watch us awkwardly stare at the camera while